session. So we already completed. I hope the mm, concept of mm, files. So as a part of that index, I'll open. Yeah. So this place, if you look at this types of files as completed, right? Tell me where files resides. Hmm? Secondary memory. Good. What is the definition of file? Collection of records is called file. Files resides in which memory? Secondary memory. What is the purpose of files? To store data permanently. That is to achieve the data persistency we use files. Right. So that part I was already gave you in the last session. This part was very important. What is the definition of stream? Definition of stream. The flow of data between main memory and secondary memory is called stream. By default, data stored in which memory? Main memory. Where do you process the data? Main memory only. Result will be stored in where? Main memory only. But main memory data is temporary. To store the data permanently, will go for which concept? Files we will go. Files we will go. Are you following me? Right. So let me move to the further. So last class already completed the types of files concept. This concept was completed. Now I'm entering into this area. So try to take care, students. Operations on files I'm going to talk. So don't take much time. It's so simple. Sabeth. So here I'm going to talk about operations on files. So if you look at our diagram which I posted to you, if you look at the diagram which I posted to you, this one, this I was posted in the last class. So by default, object data present in where? Main memory in the form of what? Object. Object data is temporary. That object data, to save it in the file, I must perform which operation? Write operation. Which operation? Write operation I need to perform. What is the use of write operation? To transfer object data from which memory? Main memory into the file of which memory? Secondary memory. For that we will use write operation. Right. So record is saved into the file. So now I want to do some changes in the record. So you cannot do changes in the record of the file. You have to bring the record into which place? Main memory. And you have to put it in the object and you need to do the changes. So I need to do which operation? Read operation I need to do it. Which operation? Read operation. Why do you use read operation? To read the data from the file. Secondary memory, wrong. All of you need to say file of secondary memory. If you say secondary memory, it's a waste candidate. Already said now, file of secondary memory, spell out all of it. File of secondary memory. Secondary memory is a blunder, waste candidate. File of secondary memory. Spell out. So I want to read the record from file of secondary memory in the object of main memory. For that, which operation? Read operation. I want to write the object data of main memory in where? File of secondary memory is called which operation? Write operation. Simple words. When I am explaining the data to you, the data will be entered into your brain. Your brain is called what? Temporary memory. I said write the notes. I said write the notes. What you will do? You are opening the notes and you are doing what operation? Write operation. And you will write the notes. Tomorrow or day after tomorrow, some exam is there or some interview is there. What you will do? You will open your notes and you will start reading the notes or not. That is known as what operation? Read operation. So on files, how many operations you will do? Two. Number one, write operation. Come on, fast. Write operation. Second is what? Read operation. Read operation. So in write operation, what is the purpose? To save, to save object data of which memory? Main memory into the file of secondary memory. File of secondary memory. So write operation is used for what? To save object data of main memory into the file of secondary memory. We use which operation? Write operation. What are the steps to be taken up? What are the steps to be taken up? Tell me. How do you write the notes? To write the notes, to write the notes, what you will do? Come on. Choose the notebook or not. That is nothing but choose what name? File name. So when you want to save certain data, you need to choose the file name. That file name, open the file name in which mode? Write mode. We are talking about the modes. Very soon I'm entering into that. I'm going to discuss. Choose the write mode. We are going to discuss what do you mean by write mode, how to open into write mode. So if I take a book, if I open the notebook, when I'm having pen in my hand, when I have pen in my hand, that is nothing but you are writing the notes, right or not? When I'm opening the notes without pen in my hand, it is nothing but what? Reading. So choose the file name, open the file name in write mode, and next what? Perform cycle of which operations? Write operation. Perform first write first line, second line, third line until all operations are over. These are the steps we need to take care in the write operation. What are the exceptions are occurring during this write operation? During this write operation, number one error. IO error is coming. I will explain that. Don't worry. One more is called OS error will be coming. Number three is going to be known as what? One more is called EO file exist error will be coming. File exist error. These are called exceptions which are going to come even in the files. These three exceptions will be coming in which operation? Write operation. I hope you are getting me. Online students, I hope it is clear. So are you there? So here, is it clear about it? Steps, choose the file name, open the file name in write mode, perform cycle of write operation. I think it is more clear. So how you write the notes, you think about it. I'm choosing my notebook. I'm opening my notebook in write mode. I will write the first line, second line, third line. I will write it. This is something like I will write normally. This we are doing technically. Read operation. Why do you use read operation? What is the read operation will do? To read the records from file of which memory? Secondary memory into the object of main memory. Malla main memory. Brain తిరుగుతా ఉందా? I already said only main memory not there, only secondary memory not there. Object of main memory, file of secondary memory. This is the terminology. Still, if you speak, we are helpless. If you want, you can go to hell. So, to read the records from file of secondary memory into the object of main memory. Object of main memory, file of secondary memory. That too records from file of secondary memory into the object of main memory. It is simple words also I said. If you want to have an exam tomorrow or an interview tomorrow, you will open your notes and you will bring the notes data from your place into your brain. Something like that. Steps. What is the first step? Choose the file name. That means from which file name you want to read. Choose the file name. Second one is open the file name in which mode? Read mode. Read mode. And the next third one is perform cycle of perform cycle of which operations? Read operations. Perform cycle of read operations. This is about which steps? Read operation steps. There also some exceptions will be coming. What are the exceptions are going to come? Number one, I'm trying to choosing the file name. I'm trying to open the file name. Unfortunately, that file name is not there. That exception is called file not found error. File not found error. So file not found error. Second one is called what? I'm trying to open the file name. File name is available. I'm reading first record, second record, third record. 10 records are there. 10 times I read. I'm attempting to read 11th record also, which is not there. You will get an error called what? EOF error. EOF error. These are the errors, exceptions comes in read operation. These are the exceptions comes in where? Write operation. These are the steps for operations on files. So these are very, very important. So if you read regularly the total notes, you can catch my subject. If you don't catch it, if without reading, without writing the notes, if you come, it's a helpless. We cannot do anything else. So moreover, I'm trying to take up this subject here. There I will take up files. Now I'm opening this and operations on files I'm going to take up. Operations on files. There are two operations, write operation, read operation, write operation steps, and the read operation steps and exceptions will post you for the notes. Clear up? So how many steps you will perform? How many operations are there? Write operation. One more is what? Read operation. Suppose I typed here something. I want to make it permanent. Which operation I need to do? Write operation. It is available by default in which memory? Main memory, it is untitled. So I will go to where? File and then do what? Save. In the saving time, it is asking me what? File name. Choosing the file name. When I choose the file name and click the save, it is going to do what? To save the object data. To save my data of the main memory into the file of secondary memory, I will use write operation. So these are very, very important. Online students, is it clear for you? Next, I will enter into the another one, file opening modes I will create. I'll go to the file opening modes here. After the completion of that, I'll go to the file opening modes. Come on, students, respond. So we will move to the next file opening modes. Is it clear? Hmm. Need to speak out. Right. Now I'm going to enter into file opening modes. So what is this file opening modes makes you to understand? Because I'm coming to the coding part. If I discuss these two, now our coding will start. This is called what? Concept part is completed. Now I'm entering into file opening modes. This part I'm entering is a very, very important topic. And this part also. These two things I want to cover in today. So be careful, students. Try to understand carefully. Explanation and practical coding. File opening modes makes us to understand in which mode we are opening the file. We are opening the file. We are opening the file. That means any type of file if you want to open, mode is compulsory. Mode in the sense, I will tell you in Python programming, we have we have almost the mode names I said here. Almost we are having 8 file opening modes are there. We have 8 file opening modes. 8 file opening modes. In C language also available, but nobody taught to you. Nobody taught. And you don't know, first of all, what is a file, right? But here we are explaining so detail. You need to read and come. Then only you can follow. What are those modes I am taking? Number one is R. Number two is called W. Number three is called A. If we know these three things, rest of them will be the advanced modes that are simple for you. R plus. Fifth one is called a W plus. Sixth one is called A plus. For the beginning ones, some extra is added plus. Next, I'm going to enter into the seventh X. recently added to the Python. These things. Eighth, we are going to take X plus mode. These are called file opening modes. How many modes are there? Eight. Read out. Or X plus. So you need to spell out. If I am going on spelling it out, I am not going for an interview. You are going to an interview. Try to read out by yourself. I'll try to reduce much time of reading it out. You only read out. Try to read out. Improve your English. If I go on reading, the morning one student suggested, sir, instead of you read, let the students read, you don't read out. Because some of them are sleeping in the classes, they said. One girl said actually. It's a good advice actually. So read out how many modes are there? Eight. What are those? R, W, A, R plus. That's all. So online students, you also spell out by sitting in your home. So now I'm going to enter into the R plus mode. What is the use of this R plus mode? Now I'm writing. This mode, this mode is used for opening the file, opening the file in which mode? Read mode. Read mode. Opening the file in read mode and performs performs which operations? Read operations, and performs read operations only. So R mode is used for opening the file in read mode and performs read operations only. Next, if we open, if we open the file name in R mode, and if that file, and if that file does not exist, then we get which error? File not found error. File not found error. Important students, file not found error. If we open the file in R mode and if that file does not exist, then we'll get which one? File does not exist, you will get it. So file not found error, you will get it. And you know, students, out of eight modes, if I don't use any file mode, PVM will take which mode as a default mode? Or as a default mode, it will take. So out of all the modes, out of all the file modes, out of all the file opening modes, R is the default file mode, student. Default file mode. So when I am opening my file, if I don't specify any one of the file mode, by default I can as which mode? R mode. So where it is useful to me? When I am opening my file name in read mode, choosing the file name, open the file name in which mode? R mode. Read mode is nothing but which mode I have to use? R mode I will use it. So I think it is more clear. Online students respond immediately. Is it clear for you? Quick. Is it clear? Right. Next I'm going to enter into the second mode called what? W. What is the use of W? This mode is used for, I'm going to write it, used for creating, creating the file, creating the file newly, creating the file newly, and opens in which mode? Write mode, and performs which operation? Write operations only. Write operation, write operations only. Write operations only. This mode is used for creating the file newly and opens in write mode and perform which operation? Write operations only. I hope you are understanding. So in the case of our operations, if you come, write operation, if you take it, to transfer or save the object data of main memory as a record in the file of secondary memory, we will choose the file name and we will open that file name in which mode? Write mode. There is nothing but which mode I will use up to here? W mode. And I'll perform cycle of write operation. How to perform cycle of write operation? I will explain the syntax for you. Because we are here now. So let me cover this now. And students, here there are two things you need to get it. One is new file is the concept here. One more is called existing file is the concept here. Very, very important. When you came first day to my class, you brought the new notes. You brought the new notes. You opened in which mode? Which mode? W mode you opened. W mode. And you have written the first page, right or not? First page you have written. That is called a new notes opened first day. That is a new file opened in right mode. Second day you came. Second day when you came, are you bringing new notes again? No. You are bringing yesterday's notes today in the second day. That is second day you are bringing which notes? Existing notes. First day you brought which notes? New notes you brought it. So I am going to take a new file in W mode, existing file in W mode. When you choose new file in W mode, if we open new file in existing file opened in which mode? W mode. What will happen? It won't create the new file again because already it is existing. No need to create. Opens, come on, existing file, and existing content. Existing file means already some content is there in the file. Existing content, existing records, overlapped with which data? New data. Overlapped with new data. This is a very important point. Example, today I opened a new file. I saved 10 records. How many records I saved today? 10 records today. Tomorrow I am coming. Tomorrow I am coming. I opened that yesterday's file today, which is containing how many records? 10 records. Today I am going to add 10 more records. 10 more records. 10 more records. Totally how many records will be there? Waste candidate. Who said 20? ఎందుకు వెళ్ళిపోండి మీరు ఎందుక మీరు వేస్ట్ క్యాండిడేట్లు I said what here? Overlapped. Waste. So new file is there. Yesterday I wrote 10 records that is available. Today I am opening existing file. I am adding 10 more records. How many records will be there? 10 only. What I am saying here, overlap. Don't know English, anything, and simply coming to the class. Overlapping means what? Existing records are overlapped with what? Replaced with what? New records. That is called 10 records will be there only, not 20 records. I wrote it here. If you don't know English, if you want to get from my performance, it's very difficult. You need to know English first of all. Then only you can understand. Online students, is it okay? Is it clear for you? New file, existing file. This is clear. Because with your performance, if I want to continue the class, it's very danger. That's why try to improve your understanding power and come to my classes. Then only will follow. Otherwise, it's difficult. Now I'm going to take it. One more kind of thing I'm going to take it. One more kind of thing I'm going to enter into next moment here like this. What is the next one? Third one I'm going to take it. W A I'm going to take it. Third one is A. A. Same as W only. Same as W only. Same. Used for creating new file. Opens in write mode. Performs write operation only. Here also new file concept. Opened in W mode. Here opened in A mode. Creating the new file. Opens write mode. Performs write operation only. Existing file opened in where? A. Then do you know? Existing opens the existing file. Existing records appended with appended with new data. What do you mean by this example? Today I added 10 records. 10 records today added. Which mode I opened it? A. This is a new file. 10 records. Tomorrow also what I am opening? Existing file in which mode? A. The 10 records today I am adding what? 10 more records I am adding. 10 more records I am adding. Which mode I am using? A. What is the total number of records? 20. Why 20? Appended. Appended means what? Adding at the end. Already 10 records are there. What is happening? 10 more records. 20. If you don't know meaning of English of append, it's very difficult for me. You need to know first English. So appended. Here what? Overlapped. That is the difference between W mode and what? Online students. Is this A mode is clear? The A itself stands for append. So the difference between W and A depends on my requirement. I need to take care into the programming. Similarly, I will go for R plus mode. I will go to R plus mode. I'm going to enter into R plus mode. Very simple. That is the fourth one I'm going to enter R plus. Go so serious about it. R plus mode indicates the any kind of symbol, the plus is extra here. Plus is extra. When you take R plus, generally, original parental property is what? Opening the file in which mode? Read mode. That is a performs which operation? Read operation. And when you say plus, it will perform which operation also? Write operation also. After performing which operation? Read operation. This plus indicates that everything is read operation only. After doing read operation, at the end, you can perform what operation also? Write operation also you can perform. Understand? So today, for new records, better to open in which mode? R plus. I read my notes and I want to write the notes also at the end of the reading. So I will open in which mode? R plus. I want to read only. I will go for what? R. I want to read and at the end I want to write. Which mode? R plus. I think it is clear. What is the use of W plus? Same to same. Equal to what? W. With W, what I will do? I will write the data. Existing data overlapped. Only write operations you can perform. But with the W plus, same as W. But with the W plus, you can do after writing. You can do what also? Read also you can do. After writing the data, you can read the data also. That is the difference. After reading the data, you can write the data at the end of it. When you say W plus, after writing the data, you can start reading the data from the starting onwards. Here the exception is file not found error and then EOF error will come. When you come to write operation, you'll get OS error. Next is called a file exist error and next is called IO error. These error when they will come, I will tell you. So W plus and R plus don't try to tell you like read, write, read, don't tell. Are you following me? W plus, next is what? A plus. A plus is exactly equal to W plus. But what is happening here? Overlapping. Here what? Appending. Overlapping with write and read. And what is this? Appending with write and read. Appending with write and read. Only W is what? Write and write operation only with what? Overlap. A is what? Write operation with appending. And what is this A plus? Write to read appending. What is W plus? Write to read plus overlap. A lot of difference is there. That is about R plus, W plus, A plus. Whatever is doing exclusively those operations, extra operation also will be done with a plus symbol. So I hope this is clear. Now I will go to the another most important mode is called X mode. What is this X mode is? It's also very, very important. Recently added to the file opening modes of Python. Suppose you take an example in companies, biometric will be taken up. That is nothing but employee attendance. Employee attendance. That is nothing but your login time, and the logout time will be taken up. Logout time will be taken out. Logout time. This login and logout time will be taken based on date as a file name. What is the present date? If the mission started, the business hour starts from 9 o'clock. So the business hours employee attendance will be taken from 8:30 onwards, for example. So the day the business mission started, the attendance will be starting taking from 8:30 onwards. So in 8:30, one file will be opened. What is that file name? That file name will be generally, that file name will be generally on the basis of the date will be taken. I'm talking about the implementation. So 10, 7, I'm going to take it 07, something like 10 and a 2025. What is this now? Date. As a file name, as a file name will be taken. Under that, ID, employee ID, login time, and then logout time will be mentioned at the end. Based on that ID, login will be in time will be mentioned. When the business hours are about to close, they are going to log out also. Logout time will be mentioning. And that file will be active from where 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. for example. This file is active. This will be closed automatically. Closed automatically when the business hours over. Next, tomorrow. Tomorrow, what will be the next one? What is that file will be starting? Again, next business hour will start. What is the date? What is the date? Madhu, come on. 2025. 2025 will start. This is going to be the new file. This is called old file. This is a new file. Every day a new file will be created. In which mode it is created? Write mode, write mode, write mode. Why? They are mentioning, they are saving their login and logout time. As an employee, when you came late, you cannot edit, you cannot open this file which was already opened. Are you following? This file is created how many times? This file is created how many times? Only once this file will be opened in a day, and you are mentioning login and logout time. You cannot edit the same file once again. If they try to edit it, they will get an exception. What is that exception called? File exist error. I mean to say, whenever you want to open any file only once in a lifetime of that application, go for which mode? X mode. That X itself says that exclusively, specially. So if you want to go for opening any file in write mode only once, and if you want to write the data, I will go for which mode? X mode. Best example. This file is opened how many times in a lifetime? Only once. If you open again the same file with which mode? X mode, you will get what? File exist error. So all our attendance of our employees will be created based on the date and time. The date and time is going to be the file name. How many times that file name will be opened? One time, more than one time? One time. So I will use which mode that time? X mode I will open. So X mode is used for what? Opening the file in write mode exclusively. How many times? Only once. File is created, opening in write mode, and plus performs which operation only? Write operations only. If I open the same file in which mode? X mode again, you will get which error? File exist error. All these things I will show you programmatically. First concept I am covering. Online students, is it clear? And in a lifetime, 2024 will 2025 will come how many times in your lifetime? That means that the God has created this year how many times? once. Which mode it is? Come on. X mode. Your name in your lifetime will be there how many times for you? One time. For you, your name will be kept how many times? One time. That is nothing but what is this mode called? X mode. So what is the use of X mode? Muddu, come on. What is the use of X mode? To open the file in write mode exclusively only once and performs which operation? Write operations only. If I open the same file name in X mode, which exception will come? File exist error. It cannot be opened. Come to X plus. Ikkada W plus. A plus. R plus. X plus. You tell me what is X plus now? ఎందుకా మీరు R is there, R plus is there. What is the use of R? Only read operation. Here, what is this? R read operation plus what? So here X plus will do what? Opens the file name in exclusively in write mode only once. We will perform write operation plus we will perform read operation also later. How it is different from X? X will perform what operation? Only write operation. Opens the file in which mode? Write mode. But X plus will open in where? In write mode exclusively only once. I'll perform write operation. Later I will perform what operation? Read operation also I will perform. So difference between X and X plus, both of them are opening in write mode only. Once one time only with a X plus only write operation. But we cannot do what? And do what operation also? Read operation also I can do. That is known as what? X and X plus, which are very, very important. What is an exception will come in both the cases? File exist error will be coming. File exist error. So try to follow. I will open it. File opening modes I will take up. These are very, very important. We go to an interview point of view, they will discuss. Generally, most of the people who knows the files if they teach, they will tell only these two. రెండే చెప్పేస్తాడు మీకు సి లాంగ్వేజ్ అలాగే చెప్పింటారు. Of course, they did not teach any C language for you, becoming waste of the time. So R and W only most of the people will, and these things you must know about it. So here, read out all of you. How many modes are there? Come on, read out. R, W, A, R plus, W plus, A plus, X plus. So now I'm going to enter into R mode. All of you, read out. Default file mode. Online students, don't tell sir you are not audible. I'm just keeping quiet. You need to read out. Because if I'm reading, you people are simply sitting quiet and calm, you are getting problem. So while reading, you need to understand also. Some people are there only reading, they won't understand anything. The first category, road street student. And when you are reading, you need to learn it perfectly. W mode also available. This mode is used for creating new file, opens in write mode. Write operations only. If we choose existing file and the mode is W, then PVM opens existing file in write mode and existing data of the file overlapped with new data. I'll show all these things in the coding. Next, A mode. Same as like this only. Same as like this only. Same as earlier only. Same as earlier only. Here there is a difference. Here there is a difference. Appended with new data. Understand? Next, R plus. You are going to opening the file name in read mode. Read operation we do, and later we can also perform write operation also you can do. If we open any file name in R plus mode, and if that file does not exist in secondary memory, then we get file not found error. W plus, same, same to same. Write mode, performs what? Write operation first, and we can perform write operation, and later we can perform read operation also. And the same overlapping will be same. A plus, we perform what operation? Creates a new file. First we can perform write operation. Later we can perform read operation also. When you go to A, you can perform only which operation? Write operation. But here we are performing what also? Read operation. Same appending also same. Appending will be same as A only. X used for creating new file exclusively in write mode only once, and we can perform what? Write operations also. If we open existing file in X mode, then we get file exist error. If we open existing file in W mode, what will happen? I already wrote it. Existing file, existing data overlapped with what? New data. But that files will not be opened in where? X W mode. That will be always opened in which mode? X mode. Your file which is already created attendance cannot be re-edited. No permission is given for re-editing because this was opened in which mode? X mode. X plus. Same to same. Instead of performing write operation, first we can perform write operations. Later we can also perform read operations. If we open existing file in X plus mode, then we get file exist error. I hope that this is more clear about file opening modes. Online students, is it clear? So, because to understand these lectures, you must read well and you need to come. Because from here onwards, all advanced concepts will start. This, if you read and come, then only can follow. English knowledge is also required. So now I'm going to enter into the further. So now I'm going to enter into Sai Kumar. In A or A plus mode, is it possible to update existing records in file along with appending new records? Yes, you are going to do it. I'm going to tell the beautiful project also. In my index, I'm going to tell beautiful project. I'm going to tell beautiful project. There I'm going to take elaborated a big discussion. I'm going to make it. Okay, Mr. Sai Kumar. So I will move to the further. Next, I will enter into the next level. That is nothing but this is the part I'm going to take up. This is here only. We are almost having an extraordinary content with me. To understand this extraordinary content, you must read well and you need to come. Then only you can follow. So, number of approaches to open the file. I'm going to talk about number of approaches to open the file. So here I'm going to say all file opening modes like W plus, like A plus, I said X you have seen, and then X plus you have seen, and I shown the notes also for you. I'll post it. And the next, I want to go for number of approaches to open the file. So I want to go for it. The modes we learned it. How many ways are there to open my file? So we are going to discuss. So how do you open it? To open the file, to open the file, to open the file in Python programming, we have two syntaxes. We have two approaches. First of all, two approaches. What are those two approaches? I'm going to tell. So, approach number one, syntax number one, I'm going to take. Or before that, you want me to go for like that? By using open off, by using open off. So, this is the first one. Second one is what? By using with open off, by using with the open off, with the open off, I'm going to use it with open as approach. So I'm going to take up first one. I'm going to take up students by using open off. I'm going to take by using open off. I'm going to take up very simple. Here I'm going to write it. Here I'm going to write it. Syntax I'm going to tell. Look at the syntax. Variable name is equal to open off. I am going to write it, file name, and you need to mention file mode. So you need to understand here what this variable name will do, what is this variable name will do, what open off will do, what is this file name, what is this file name, what is this file modes will do. Just now I discussed it. File modes can be what? Udu, come on. RWA, R plus, comma, W plus, comma, A plus, comma, X, comma, X plus. Any one of the mode I can use it. Any one of the mode I can use it. What the file name represents? What the file name represents? Any one of the file name which you are going to. Name of the file with absolute path. Absolute path. Where I used this word absolute path? Hmm? Modulu. Absolute path. I used in packages. I used in packages. Pujita, very good girl. So I used in packages. See, this is what you are going to. Suppose if you don't know when I'm using this, if you don't understand, you will feel that you did not understand. It's not my problem. Already I said you in the packages. Double slashes, E colon double slash, reversed slash. I said already in the packages. If you open your packages notes, already notes is given. Everything was perfectly discussed. So out of many students, only Pujita is remembering. Good student. So that is more than enough. Now I'm going to take up file mode you need to specify and a file name you need to specify and a open off. What this open off will do is a predefined function. Predefined function. Tell me. I'm going to talk about predefined function. I'm talking about every predefined function belongs to what? Predefined function. Every predefined function present in where? Hmm? What is that? Printf. Every predefined function belongs to what? Hmm? Hmm? Every predefined function belongs to what? Indika Moddu, waste candidates under modules. Every function belongs to the module. Already said to you, a module is a collection of functions, global variables, class names. OpenOff is one of the predefined function present into module. Which module it is belongs to? Name. I am writing the name of the module. It belongs to one module called what? Built-ins. Built-ins is the default module name. In this default module name, this open function present. And what is the use of this? Used for opening the file, opening the file in file mode. File mode, and it is a predefined function present into the built-ins module. What is the use of open function? This open function will open this file name in this file mode and it is made it ready. Once you open your file name in the secondary memory which is present, this is called your file name, which is pointed by one variable name. That variable name here, for example, KVR I am writing. KVR is a variable name which is pointing to the starting entry of the file. This is called an object. Every variable in Python is called what? Object. Behind of object, who is there? Class. The name of the class of this variable is class, class underscore IO, text IO wrapper, underscore IO dot text IO wrapper, text IO wrapper. It is a class name. You need to remember. So when the file is opened, to the file some variable is pointing, for example, KVR, it is an object of text IO wrapper. Since it is pointing to the file, simply in English, we call it as a file pointer. What is that is called? File pointer, which is pointing to the file. In simple word, whenever you open the textbook or notebook for doing some reading process, your eyes are pointing to the first line, second line, third line. These eyes are called what? Pointers to the file. pointers to the nodes. When you are writing the nodes, your pen is there. You are writing the nodes. Who is pointing to your nodes? Your pen. Pen is called what? Pointer. That is known as what? Variable name is an object. Is an object of class, comma what? Underscore IO dot text IO wrapper. Text IO wrapper. What is the use of that? It's called what here? File pointer we can call, because it is pointing to the starting entry of the file. So in simple word, I can write it variable name, open of, file name, file mode. So variable name is the one which is pointing to the opened file in this mode which you are opening. Open is the predefined function used to open the file name in the specified file mode. And this open function belongs to one module called built-ins module. And a file name you are mentioning, file modes we discussed it. And overall together, once we open the file, once we open the file in any of the language, open the file name in any file mode, in any file mode, after the file operations, after the file operations, file operations, it is recommended to close the file. Recommended, recommended to close the file. Close the file. Otherwise, there is a chance of, I will write it. Otherwise, there is a chance of, there is a chance of misleading the data. Misleading the data. That is nothing but leads to inconsistency of the data. Misleading. Misleading the data. That is nothing but what? Inconsistency. Inconsistency means what? Wrong. Wrong. Why? Simple example I will take up. Suppose you are authorizing one program to open one file. That is called a best example. EMI program is ICICI is executing on SBI file. You are having an SBI salary account. On your salary account, ICICI EMI program is working. So they will take on every first or second or third, they will execute their EMI program. They will open the file of SBI because you are already authorized them. They deducted the money. After deducting the money, they need to close that salary file. If they did not close the salary file, there is a chance of some other files, some other program may be entering into that unauthorizedly. There is a chance of misleading this data. That's why you are supposed to, it is recommended to close the file by using what? Close function. Close function. Otherwise, there is a chance of misleading the data. So how do you call it? The file pointer object dot file pointer object dot. What do you need to say? Close. This is known as what? Manual closing we can call. Manual closing. Manual closing. If I don't close it, what will happen? Unauthorized chances are there to modify the data. That leads to the security problems. It's a manual closing. So the problem is what? By mistake, if the programmer doesn't close this file, it leads to the security problem. So if you close it, okay. But by mistake, if you forget it, that is leading to security problems. That means there is no concept of, that is, conclusion is what? Hence, by using open off function, open off approach, this is called first approach. There is no concept of, there is no concept of auto closability. Auto closability is not there. There is no concept of auto closability of the file. There is no concept of auto closability of the file. There is no concept of auto closability of the file. I think you are following me. So, where is the concept of auto closability? That is the second concept I am going to take up. That is by using with open as. Online students, is the first one is okay? Is the first one is clear? Come on, respond. The first one, offline students, you people, I think you got it. Understood? Hey, Modhu, come on, Palagandi. So speak out, keeping like a statues in the class. Are you okay? So online students, are you understanding this? Now with open eyes, try to understand. Because even by keeping holidays, enjoying and coming without touching the book, you are quite away from the subject means it's a problem always. Try to speak out. So I'm going to take up syntax. What is the syntax? Second one. Second one is basically there is a concept of present what? Auto closability. Why I'm going for second? In second case, you need not to close the file manually. Automatically, there is a closing will be there. I will show all these things programmatically. So here I'm going to take up syntax. With is a keyword. Open off. I will write it. File name while file name you are giving, you can specify the complete absolute path also. I will show in the coding. File opening mode. File opening mode. That is any one of the file opening mode as variable name. ఇక్కడ variable name is the beginning. Here as variable name, say indentation. Nobody will teach these many syntaxes. You see other notes of same institute, nothing is there. So check it out. Files, 1 or 2 days over files, your file will be closed and life is closed. Life itself is called one file, it will be closed. Observe it, all these things. So I'm going to write it. Block of statements block of statements here I'm going to write it. These are all called what? Indentation part of what? Block of statements. Which operations I'm doing? File operations I'm going to do. With the open, this is called indentation symbol. Here what is happening? This entire thing is known as what? With open as indentation block. With open as indentation block it is called. So I'm writing. Now I'm going to write out of this without indentation other statements I'm writing. Other statements in the program. Other statements in the program. So here I am going to write it. Other statements in the program. That is nothing but parallel to this line. Careful. Now I am going to start my flow. Start here. This red box is known as what? Indentation block of with open as. This is going to be a blue line is called after with open I wrote it. If you spell out, you will get vocabulary. Otherwise, you will become like that only. Because I don't want to say again and again. Because I'll get irritation first of all. So first PVM will come to where? PVM will come to where? With open, enter inside this indentation. As long as PVM is executing this with open as indentation, you will be getting file is active. File operations are performing. Once your PVM comes out of with open indentation, when it is coming to other statements in the program state, automatically the file name what is opened, closed automatically. Closed automatically. Again, I will repeat. When the PVM comes to this with open, file is opened based on the file mode and enter into the indentation block and performs the file operation. After file operation, during this indentation block, file is actively opened it. Once you are coming out of this with open indentation, blue line, other statement, the file will be closed automatically. That is the special advantage of with open. Manually, you need not to close. Same, completed. Variable name, same thing, whatever I write it, text IO wrapper. The special advantage of this is called what? There is a concept of what? Auto closability will be there. There is a concept of auto closability here. It is something like when you go to your house, when you enter into your house, your mobile will connect to your Wi-Fi router of your house. When you are coming out of it, it will be disconnected automatically. Something like that auto connecting, auto closability. That is the speciality of what? With open as a concept. How many approaches are there to open my file? Two ways. One is by using open off, one more by using with open as. With open off, with what happens with open off? With open as. As I said, with is a keyword, as is a keyword. Variable name, same. Variable name, whatever I said. File pointer, open will do the same. Open this file name with this mode only. So I'll open the concept, fair notes for you. Try to read out. Number of approaches to open the file. Online students. Try to read out. These are fair notes for you. Whatever is explained, same thing is there in the notes. By using open off, by using with open off. Chadukondi. Read out. Class underscore IO dot text IO wrapper. Next after that, open off. Like a small kids, I'm giving the notes. Is used for opening the file in a specified file mode. Whatever the file name you are writing in the file mode, we are opening it. To open the file name, we need open function. File name represents name of the file to be specified by the programmer. File mode can be represents any one of the file modes which we discussed it. There are 8 modes are there. I will write it. And here, once we open file name with open off, we must close the file by using close. And it is mandatory for the for programmer, mandatory for the programmer, mandatory for the programmer. It is mandatory for the programmer for for mandatory for the programmer to maintain consistency to maintain consistency of the data. Consistency means what? Correctness of the data, known as manual closing. There is no concept of auto closability in this syntax. So you have to close it with this if you go. Next is called what? By using with open as. With open of file name, file mode as variable name, same block of statements, performs operation, other statements of with open related kind of activity. So done here students, here done. Explanation with and as are what? Keywords. Variable name represents file pointer. This one I am talking about. File pointer, same. This place only I copied. Same variable name. Next open also same. Above one only here also open. File name also same. File mode also same. But the execution is different. I wrote it here. The execution process of Muddu, come on, with the open as is that as long as PVM present inside of with open as indentation, then file name is actively available. And once PVM comes out of with open as indentation, then file name closed automatically. And this facility is called auto closability of the file. There is no need to close the file by using close manually. So I think this is more clear about number of approaches to open the file. Online students, I think this is another kind of concept. So we understood file opening modes and number of approaches to open the file. We got it. So if I write the coding, most of the time I'll prefer to go for what? With open as I will take it because whose advantage is auto closability of the file. Every interview will ask you the question, how many approaches are available and which approach is the best approach. They will ask you practically show the example. Now I'm going to show certain examples for you. Shall we start? Now I'm going to enter into this case. So I want to go for how to open the file. I'm going to say online students. I hope this is more clear about these approaches. Now I'll go to the coding. So let's go to the Python coding here. First coding example starting. We are learning how to close the file I am talking, how to open the file I am talking. Later I will tell you how to start doing the operations. New project. So I'm going to take up 11 a.m. files, 11 a.m. files examples I'm taking. So getting created. So now I will take up first example I'm taking file open example1.py. file open, example1.py, py. So here I'm going to write it. So this file I'm going to write it. So what is this now? This program, this program demonstrates how to open the file, how to open the file in a specified file mode. Tell me, start. How to open the file? What is the syntax? What is the syntax? The Modu variable name is equal to file name I need to mention, file mode I need to mention. What is the file name variable name? KVR is equal to open. Now I'm going to write it like file name here. So here I'm going to write it something like hyd1.data. What is this hyd1.data? It is the name of the file which is not there, which is not containing any path. If I write it E colon, ABC colon, PQR colon, PQR colon, ABC dot data, if I write it, that is called HYD dot data if I write it like this. E colon, ABC colon, PQR colon, like this if I write it, it is called absolute path. Already this concept I said in the packages only. If you don't remember, we are helpless. So this kind of thing is called absolute path. But today I am not writing that. HYD.data. When I write simply file name, it is belongs to which kind of place? It is belongs to the current working folder. What is my current working folder? What is my current working folder? C colon users KVR PyCharm projects 11 files example. In this kind of place, this file is going to be looked into. Which mode I am writing? Which mode I am writing? For example, today R mode I am writing. For example, R mode I am writing. What is this R mode represents? Huh? Read mode, okay, Madhu. R is okay, read mode. I also know that it is a read mode. What is this R mode represents? Japan, Madhu. So, don't have remembrance power also. This mode is used for opening the file name in read mode and performs which operation? Read operation. So this is opening this file in which mode? R mode. Do you have this file name in this place? Now you will get what? File not found error will come. File not found error. Here I already mentioned it. If we open any file name in R mode and if that file does not exist in secondary memory, we get which error? File not found error. Online students, run this. You will get exception. I will bring into the top right side. File not found error. You got it. File not found error, you got it. So I will write it. Since I got an exception, my sir already said exception handling in the class. I will write here except file not found error. I will write it. Print of what is this now? File does not exist. File does not exist. I will write it. Try to run this. You are getting file does not exist. Right, online students. Now I will go to this is the one I written it here, R mode. Suppose even I don't write R mode, it is a default mode I said. If I don't mention any file mode, it is nothing but that only. You will get file does not exist only. Are you following me? Right. I will come back once again to this. Here I will write simply FP stands for file pointer. Rhythmic word I am taking. Any variable name you can take. Already you know what is meant by variables. So next I will go to second example. I want to open the file in W mode. I want to open W mode 2.py. Whatever I taught to use conceptually, I'm trying to show practically here. So I'm going to take up write to this is called open example 2.py. Now I want to open the file in which mode? I want to create a new file. What is that syntax? FP is equal to open of I am going to write it HYD1 dot data. You can take your own extension, not a problem. And I am writing W here. W I am writing. What is the W? So cheppagane moddu. It is used for creating a new file and opened in write mode. What is the W mode? Write, read, or read. These are gully answers. These are all called roadside answers. What is the W for? Used for creating a new file, opens in write. That is called student will say. If you say W write or read, these are all waste answers. చదువుకునే వాళ్ళ లక్షణాలు కాదు అవి. These are all not studious. So this is the answer you need to take out. So now I'm going to write a W mode. Here I will write it file created newly and opened in write mode. What is the concept I said? You need to learn that. File created newly and opened in write mode. Print of type of FP. Type of FP is equal to type of FP. Text IO wrapper I said. Underscore IO dot text IO wrapper I said. It is the name of the class. Where it is getting created? Where it is getting created? In the current working folder only. C colon users colon PyCharm projects under 11am files folder only. This is created newly. In this place only this HYD.data will be coming. Try to see. Two answers you see. Keep one eye here. Keep one more eye here. Try to observe it. Try to run this and see perfectly what is happening. HYD.data created. Newly created. చూడండి ముద్దుబాబులో how perfectly I was explained. This mode is used for creating new file and opens in write mode. And I am ready to write the data to the file. First you will learn how to create a file. What is the type? Text IO wrapper. IO. What is the type? Text IO wrapper. Go back to this previous example. Go back to this previous example. And then now I am opening HYD.data. Which mode is not there? No mode is there. Which mode will be taken? R mode is the default mode. Because of that, what is happening? I am writing. What is this now? File opened. In which mode? Read mode. And we can perform which operations? Read operation. How to perform read operations and write operations? I will explain. What is the type? I want to print a type also. Same type will be there also. So try to run this. Perfect. So opened in read mode, text IO wrapper. Why it is able to say? Because this file is available. If I say HYD2 dot data, you will get file does not exist. File does not exist. Because why it is giving file does not exist? That file is not there. If I write HYD1 dot data, what is an answer? Read mode, it is available. We are getting it. If the file is not there, you will get what? File not found error. This lines I can write it. This lines I can write it. In which mode, which place also? Else. I can write in the else. I can write in the else. So, coming to the point of it. Sir, file dot data extension. Text file also can work. It can work for anything. Rishikesh also I can give. Rishikesh. RISH. Rishikesh also it can give you. Extension to be done on your own. Any kind of extension you can give. HYD1 dot Rishikesh, which is not there. HYD1 dot data is there. Rishikesh is not there. You will get file does not exist. Any extension is depends on my convenient. My convenient I will write it. So I am going to write it. Now, next you come to this place. Are you following me? Now, today I want to create one Python file. How do you create a Python file? Generally, how do you create a Python file? I will go to this project selected, right click and say new and a Python file. And you are giving the file name. So when you give the file name, PyCharm will execute one program to create a file name newly. Today I don't want to do. I want to write my own Python program to create a Python file. So that is my next example. write a Python program to create a Python file. మీకు ఇంగ్లీష్ వస్తే గిన అర్థం చేసుకోండి, లేకపోతే ఇఫ్ యు నో ఇంగ్లీష్ యూ అండర్స్టాండ్, అదర్వైజ్ ఇట్స్ యువర్ చాయిస్. సో ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు టేక్ అప్. సో హియర్ ఐఎమ్ రైటింగ్ program for program for creating program for creating Python file by using Python program. Python program. So I will take it 3.py. I am going to write it sample dot. What is this now? Sample.py. Sample.py. Python file created. Python file created and opened in read mode. All those things you know. Are you following? A new Python file is creating. .py. Execute. Got it. Perfectly got it. చూడండి sir. What is the file I was created? Symbolic notation you see. What is my sample.py symbolic notation you see? Sir, can I write the code inside of the term? Yes, you can write happily. Go to this is sample.py. Can I write the Python code up? Yes, print of what? Hello Python. Hello Python, I can write it. So execute it. Perfect. Got it or not? This is where how I create the Python file. Sir, can I create a text file? Can I create a text file? You can create text file. Anything you can create. Where I want to create? I want to create D colon, D colon. What is that? Who is the student? Rishikesh Chauhan. I want to talk about Rishikesh Chauhan. I want to take his name, Rishikesh. Rishikesh, I want to take it. So RISH. Dot what? TXT. TXT. Which colon? D colon. In D colon lo లేదు ఏమి లేదు. Nothing is there in D colon. In D colon, Rishikesh is not there. There is no such file is available here. Now I'm going to enter into this. Execute. So file is created. File is created. Go there. Where? D colon. So somewhere else there is available. Rishikesh. Text document is created. Text document. You go to that. Properties scroll down. It's an empty file. Double click on that. Text file it is. Double click on this. You double click on it. Text document is created. Text document. Go to the properties. Go to the properties. Show more options. Properties. You see. Notepad file is created. Text file is created. There is a lot of beauty is there behind this kind of concept. I hope that you are understanding the significance of how to create a Python file. Understand? Rishikesh, I think it is more clear. Okay. Now I want to go for this is done. Now I want to go for entering into the file is active or not active, something like that. I want to write. Come to the file, open example one. HYD1.data. I am writing which block? Finally block I am writing. Which block? Finally block. Why do you use finally block? Why did you use finally block? ముద్దుబాబులు ఎందుకని మీరు అసలు ఏం గుర్తుండదు మీకు అసలు గజనీలంతా. Why do you use finally block? To relinquish the resources which are obtained in the try block. So I will open exception handling. చదువులేదు పోడలేదు మీకు అసలు. So 11 AM exceptions here, notes, explanation for the keywords of all these things. Here try block explained, except block explained, else block explained, finally block. I already said there. Here I said it is the block in which we write the block of statements which will relinquish, release, close, give up, clean up the resources. This one which are obtained in try block. And finally block is called resource relinquishing block. Already written. If you don't remember, what can I do? మీకు గుర్తులేకపోతే మేమేం చేయాలి? But my notes is ultimate. Ultimate notes. If you read, you will get the job. Otherwise, outside, roaming on the roads. 100%. So, there are a lot of students are like that only. Not reading, roaming on the roads. Uber, Swiggy, Zomato, food delivery apps working, Rapido. చూస్తూ ఉంటారు చాలా మంది. సో అంతే కదా. If there is no job in the software field, definitely something is required to survive. So now I am going to enter into the further. My notes, if you don't read, nothing is there in your hands. If you read my notes, there is a lot of future for you. The open secret I'm telling. So now I'm going to enter into the final part here. There I want to decide. I want to know whether this file is actively available or not. I'm writing one simple activity here. Is file active? Is file active? Is file opened? I will write it. Is file open? Still. Is the file open? Here I will write. Still. Still. Is the file open? To decide that, there is one type of attribute is present, student. What is that attribute? In FP. FP is what? What is FP? I said object. Of which type? Text type or wrapper. In that object, there is one type of variable is available. FP dot closed. There is one type of attribute called what? Closed. Closed is called an attribute. Attribute means I already said in the beginning days. A is equal to 2 plus 3j. A dot real. A dot imag. A dot imag. Real and imag are called what? Attributes of which object? Complex object. Already said. Today, same to same. Closed is an attribute of what? File pointer. It is going to return true or false. When it is returned true, if the file was closed. It returns false when the file is still active. Is it active or closed? Madhu? Huh? Closed. Closed. It is opened here. Did you close anywhere? No, is it closed or active? Closed returns true when it is already closed. Closed returns false when it is not closed. Is it closed or not closed? What is the answer will come? False will come. False. It is not closed. It is still active. It returns false. See the answer called false. Answer called false. So I will write it here. Finally block. This is a finally block. Actually, I don't want to tell all these things. These are all called industry related standards. Whether you are capable of understanding my system of intelligence or not, I don't know. But I want to tell, if you are capable of understanding, reading daily, you will catch it. If I go like other institutes, nobody will get the job. So I am from finally block. Is still file open? Is still file open? If I write it, is the file closed? I can write it. This word I will write it. I say what? Is file closed? False. That means it is still active. I will write it. After that, now I am writing. I am writing. This is called what? After which function? Close function. After close function, I will write fp dot what? Close. Fp dot close. Here I will write is file closed? Is file closed? This is called what? After close. This is called what? Before close. Actually, I need not write. Already it is there. Already the things are there. Here after close function. You see the answer now? You see. After close function. Is it closed? True. Before close. That means there is no concept of auto closability. Okay. ఏమైనా అర్థమవుతుందా? Are you getting me? Online students, are you okay? Is it clear for you people? Is this code is clear for you people? Quickly. Right. So would you like to understand still more? Hmm. Right. Here I am writing what? HYD2 dot data. More intelligence code. Do you have HYD2 dot data? No. Which exception? That means in right side only exception is coming. It will come to this place. When it comes to this place means what is not there? FP is nowhere. Object is nowhere because the file itself is not there. When file itself is not there, where is the question of FP? Notes itself is not there, where is the question of notes pointing? So pen is not there when notes is not there, right or not? So here it is coming to which block? That time the line number 13 FP will get error. Why FP error? File itself is not there. Where is the question of FP? Where is the question of FP? With this, I can simply say, okay, next example, Anocho. Next example, you understood, but I don't want. I want to tell the total miracles. HYD2 dot data. This is an exception is occurring. Here it is executed. It will come to this place. FP is not there. Why? File is not there. You will get name error here. Name error. You got name error. In which line error? Line number. Somewhere else there is a line number also there. 13th line, there is a name error. This 13th line, I want to handle it. How do you write it? Inside of that, now I am writing try block. Now I am writing there. Here, I will write it. This entire thing, I will write it. Here I will write it, except which error, name error I am writing. Here I will write it. What is that? Print of what? File name itself not opened. File name itself not opened, not opened. Where is the question of closing the file? Is there any closing the file? File opened, then there is a close. There is no file is existing. There is no question of file name itself not opened, not existing. There is no question of, there is no question of, there is no question of closing the file, closing the file. So there is no question of closing the file. Try to run this now. Try to run this. Because to understand all these things, you require high-end coding practice. So try to run. In this case, not there. It will come to finally. In the finally block, I am writing try block. That is a great concept. So execute it. Super. I am from finally block. File name itself not open. There is no question of closing the file. There is no question of closing the file. So I'm handling the name error also. Suppose there is a file. There is a file hyd1.data. Perfect. So here I am from final block. Still file closed. False. After close function. True. Are you following? And I will write it here. I will write it. In this case, finally block. I will write it. Finally block. So I'm writing here. Thank you. Thanks for choosing files. Thanks for choosing the files. This will come in the case of this one. This is coming in the case of file does not exist. Beautiful. See, this is in the case of file existing. Before close, false. After close, thanks for choosing the files. I will go for hyd2.data. Execute. And this you see, there is no file name. Thanks for choosing the file name. Finally block, try block. Insert, try and accept. Again, finally block. It's a great subject. There is no doubt in that. It's the next level topics. If you don't read, this next level topic will become burden for you. If you feel burden, industry will get this type of coding intelligence only. If I don't teach this coding, I don't feel satisfied with my subject explanation. A faculty doesn't know anything, they will explain only your knowledge. Your knowledge after engineering is what? That knowledge only they will explain every institute. That's why people don't get the job. Understand? So that's why try to get total knowledge. See, inside the finally there is a try and accept. So next I will go to this examples. I will post it today. Tomorrow class when I come back, I will show you more examples, some more examples on R plus A, R plus A plus etc. After that, I will go for writing the data to the file, reading the data to the file. I will tell you. Today I said how to open the file in read mode and W mode. Next I will go to A mode also. W mode also I will tell you. R plus W plus modes. Then I will go for how to write the data to the file, how to read the data from the file. I will tell you. Don't miss the next class. Thank you. Carry on. Online students, if you have any doubts, you hold on, read and come to the class. Without reading, don't come to the class. Online students, if any doubts are there, you hold on. I will connect to you within few seconds.